Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
You're listening to House of Cards.
Today, the game is different.
I want to gamble. Gambling is a very serious business. Is that clear?
Welcome to House of Cards. Dave Weishaupt with you here, deep from the swamps of Jersey. We got a great show coming up for you. May 26th was one special day in Atlantic City. It was the grand opening of Bally's, which is an amazing property on the boardwalk. They just completed a huge renovation project, which includes new hotel rooms, new restaurants, and new bars, making it one of the premier places in Atlantic City. They actually had 3 ribbon-cutting ceremonies in one day, showing off the new additions to the property. And we're going to hear all about Bally's in Atlantic City because I'm talking with Michael Monty, the general manager of Bally's. He's going to tell us about all the improvements on the property and what people can expect when they visit Bally's Atlantic City Casino Resort this summer. So stick around. We'll be right back with House of Cards.
Yeah, you, come here. Haven't you heard? We don't need to hide anymore.
Now, we can shop privately for adult products at adamandeve.com. They've got massage oils, lingerie, and lots more we can't mention here. Use offer code SPICE404. They'll give you 50% off almost any one item, 3 free DVDs, free mystery gift, and free shipping. That's 50% off, free shipping, and more. Private shopping starts at adamandeve.com.
You're listening to House of Cards. Check out our website at houseofcardsradio.com.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishaupt with you. House of Cards is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com. On May 26th, we attended the grand opening of Bally's in Atlantic City. It was an incredible event and was the first time we've ever attended 3 ribbon-cutting ceremonies in one day. Bally's has always been an incredible property, and it's just gotten better with new rooms, new bars, and new restaurants. I know a lot of people worked really hard transforming the property into one of the best in Atlantic City, and we're going to talk to one of those people right now, General Manager of Bally's Atlantic City Casino Resort, Michael Monty. Michael, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. My pleasure.
I got to tell you, I experienced another first that day. It's the first time I ever saw a general manager of a casino tap a keg, and I just say I was very impressed with it.
Yeah, I practiced that a lot.
Not a lot of beer was spilled. Hardly any beer was spilled. So it was. I thought it was going to be kind of ceremonial, but you actually had a mallet in your hand and you drove the tap right in.
Yeah, I was concerned. You know, I was wearing nice clothes for
yeah,
all
you had
the
a suit on.
That I was afraid it was going to spray all over me, but he let some air out from the top. So
oh, okay. No, it was such a great event that day. I mean, but before we get any further, I just want to say congratulations. Bally's looks absolutely amazing, and I think the people who visit the property are going to be amazed at what they find there. Now, I want to get to the ribbon-cutting properties in a little bit, but I first want to ask you about the new hotel rooms. I mean, before the ribbon cutting ceremonies got going, we got to tour some of the rooms, and they are some of the best you will find in Atlantic City. What did Bally's do to the hotel rooms, and what improvements were made for the opening?
Yes, so our position in the city is one of our best attributes. It's a beautiful view, tall tower overlooking the ocean. You can see it coming in, and the room product itself, when we acquired the property, it's just not up to the standard that we wanted, particularly to attract the kind of customers we're looking for as we seek to compete in the marketplace. So we undertook an initiative to renovate the 750 hotel rooms in the Bally's Tower. And we did everything from new carpets, new walls, new bathrooms, new bedding, new beds, to something as simple as new clocks and new placement of phone chargers to update those. So kind of soup to nuts, touched every room in that tower to really create a competitive product.
It was absolutely amazing. I went into one room. They had a billiards table in it. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, you're talking about our suites. So,
boy.
Yeah, we have a real competitive suite product now. Some of the rooms have bars in them. Some have, like you mentioned, a billiards table, and it's kind of a large space where you could host people in there. In addition to the bedrooms, multiple bathrooms. So really nice suite product at the top of the tower.
Now, I want to ask you about the ribbon cutting ceremonies. The first location that had the ribbon cutting was the Carousel Bar, which is New Jersey's only 360-degree rotating bar. I mean, it's such a great concept. How did Bally's come up with an idea of a rotating bar? Because it's brilliant.
Yes, so it was inspired from the Hotel Monteleone in New Orleans, and the idea is really as you described. It's something that has to be seen.
Yeah.
It's a place where people want to meet up and say, "I'll meet you at the Carousel Bar." It's a place where people are coming into the town. They'll say, "You know what? Let's swing by Bally's because I got to see it. I've heard a lot about it. I want to see what that's like." So we really wanted that wow type environment, and I think we hit it right on the mark.
I got to tell you, it's a beautiful looking bar, too, and it's in the perfect location in Bally's. Explain to everyone where they can find the Carousel Bar in Bally's, because it is just the perfect location.
Yeah, so we say you only get one chance to make a first impression. Yeah. So it's the first thing you're going to see when you walk into the property. So if you're coming through from the parking garage, you just walk towards the casino floor. If you're coming off the boardwalk, you walk over you walk through the casino floor, and you'll see it right away. It's more elevated than our previous lobby bar, so it really feels more connected to the gaming floor. And over top on the ceiling above it, there's a really unique lighting package, and it can be synced with music. It can be an array of different colors, so you can't miss it.
So it's been open for a couple of days now. What has been the people's reaction to it? I know I was sitting there at the bar, and it was a very interesting feeling. I loved having a beer there. Is it quickly becoming a popular place on the property?
Absolutely. I'll leave work on a Tuesday later into the night, and it's already crowded. Right. So it's definitely turning into a place where people want to be. I'd say that the curated and unique cocktail offerings that we built are something that people are wanting to try out and talking about and putting on social media. So we have some unique cocktails that seem to be of interest to people.
Okay, hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break. See you on the other side.
Drizzly makes it easy to shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor from wherever I am. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes.
Drizzly.
Ding dong, Drizzly.
You're listening to the House of Cards.
Why, you cheap crook, stealing a baby's bank. It's only a lend-lease. I figured to bet on the 50 to 1 shot and double the baby's money. Why, you imbecile. Why don't you pick 100 to 1 shot and triple it? Oh, okay.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishaughter with you. House of Cards is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com. For those of you just joining us, I am talking with Michael Monty, General Manager of Bally's Atlantic City Casino Resort. Now, another ribbon-cutting ceremony you had was at a space called The Yard, which I think is just an incredible concept. What is the whole idea around The Yard?
Yeah, so The Yard is an idea that we had to capture both gaming and non-gaming customers alike. It's kind of a unique space that's a couple different things to different types of people. So for a non-gaming customer, particularly in the summer, you could come off the boardwalk, walk into The Yard, listen to some music, have a nice drink, and you have some kind of upscale pub food. You know, we have everything from burgers and fried chicken to mahi and tuna stacks, but it's all a very casual environment. For someone who's really interested in entertainment, we're creating a very competitive entertainment offering there. So by night, that place will turn into something really special when the outdoor portion's open. There'll be a stage there. There'll be strong regional bands there, and so for that type of customer, you know, it'll be a great place to get some music and still have some drinks and a good time. Well, so we're really excited about it, and it's you know, one of a kind beer hall in where Harry's Oyster Bar used to be, and it's right off the boardwalk, which is a really special type of environment that not many of the other casinos have to offer.
I was going to ask you, what are your future plans for The Yard? I mean, you mentioned concerts. Will there be special events there? I mean, it's such a unique property that there's nothing like it in Atlantic City. I'm just curious to see, as the summer goes on, what can we expect to see at The Yard?
Yeah, so it's an interesting question. So we definitely have the entertainment product that'll be out there, and we think that'll be an attraction. And for anyone who comes and visits in the next couple of weeks, they're going to see the indoor portion, which is open, and that's what we cut the ribbon on. Yeah. But it's all going to be connected to the outdoor space, which almost looks like a greenhouse right now, where the stages will be in another bar. But also, we have customers and business customers coming to rent that out for meet and greets, meetups, alumni events, convention space, like an after party for conventions and banquet business. So it's got a little something for everybody.
You know, I heard that at the ribbon cutting that, you know, The Yard wasn't completely finished yet, but I forgot who said it, but they said, you know, you'll be able to sit at the inside bar and you'll be able to turn and look at the boardwalk, and it just blew my mind, the possibility for that property area. It's just an incredible place.
Yeah, I mean, the concept of this open air design, so outdoors, and, you know, again, I'll call it the greenhouse for simplicity, but that can make you feel like you're inside or outside, depending on what we need and what the weather is like. And, you know, one thing that we really tried to capture is, of course, we're a seasonal business, but we think that can be a great space 12 months out of the year. Mm-hmm. So by the summer, it's a summer feel. We can open the doors, we can open the roof, and you can let the ocean breeze come in. But in the winter, we could close those things. You still feel like you're outside. Maybe there's snow coming down, but you're not freezing, and you can still listen to great music and have a drink.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because, you know, I was there in May, and I was thinking, oh, what a great outside place. But that will be able to be closed up for the wintertime, and that'll be used in the wintertime, correct?
Yeah, that was one of the kind of architect and design challenges we had, and we've positioned it to be open all year round.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned what used to be there, Harry's Oyster Bar. I was trying to, when I first walked into this space, I know this place, I've eaten in this place. What was it called? It was like Harry's Oyster Bar. So for people who are familiar with Atlantic City, the yard is in the location where Harry's Oyster Bar used to be, right?
That's right. And, Harry's was a great restaurant.
It was,
they had
yeah.
over a decade run here. And I think the yard will be as great, and so fans of Harry should definitely come check out the yard.
Oh, absolutely. Now I want to ask you about your third ribbon cutting ceremony, and that was at Bally's Legends VIP Beach Bar. I mean, for me in the summertime at the Jersey Shore, there's nothing like a beach bar, and I think Bally's has the best on the East Coast. Tell us something about that space, and what can people expect when they visit there?
So, for anyone who's a fan of the beach bar or has visited the beach bar, we will have everything that you've enjoyed in summers past. But we're adding a couple new amenities that we think can elevate the experience. So we have cabanas that are up on the perimeter of the beach bar that can be rented out. We will have higher end bottle service and a more curated dining and service experience with our waitstaff for the cabana guests. Even out on the beach itself, we have last summer was kind of tough from a staffing perspective, but we have the beach chairs and we have umbrellas, and we're looking to bring that high end service out to those guests as well. So a Legends customer can either get a cabana or they could sit out on the beach and get tailored service from our waitstaff out there.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because for people who aren't familiar with Atlantic City, can you explain where the beach bar is? I mean, it's actually on the beach. I mean, when you're walking on the boardwalk, where would you go to get to the beach bar? Because I got to tell you, I have friends in New England, and I had to explain to them that in New Jersey, when you say beach bar, it's actually on the beach.
Yeah, we're right on the beach, and it's pretty interesting when there's the large concerts in town because they're right in front of our beach bar. We'll have 15,000 people on the beach in front of our beach bar. But yeah, so the pier in front of Caesars, that is one of our that's to the south, and then really right in front of the property where Bally's is where you take a meandering walkway, and then you're at the beach bar. So right in between the pier and really in between the two piers, if you're being exact.
Now, I know a lot of gamblers listen to this show, and Bally's is one of the best casinos in the country. For someone who has not yet visited the property in Atlantic City, what can they expect when they walk onto the gaming floor? What type of game can they expect to play when they go to Bally's?
Yeah, so from a table games perspective, we have a newly renovated high limits. We have all the baccarat games and blackjack games in there, and really on the weekends it's so energetic.
Yeah.
All the tables are filled, and we have standing room behind it. Then from a slot perspective, we have the balance of new and old product. We have over 200 new games this year. We had 58 new slot game product come in last year. So, we have a competitive product set. We also have the lease product that, the customers love. We have a Lightning Link Lounge. We have the Buffalo. So it's funny, too, because we when we bought the property in November of 2020, there was definitely an older slot product that we wanted to improve upon. But we have found, and we continue to find, that some of our classic real games are just of interest to the customers. They like to pull that handle. They like to see the wheels spin. So we have a lot of that as well. Our high limit slot area, which is right off our lobby, right next, adjacent to the carousel bar, has really turned into a nice space. So we have an aggressive slot product. And we're competitive with the market. We have the lease product in our table games, particularly our high limits, is really interesting.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more House of Cards. Hey, this is Dave Weishottle from House of Cards with your House of Cards gaming report for the week of June 6, 2022. Michigan officially became the fourth state to join the Interstate Online Poker Compact. This will allow online poker players in Michigan to play people in Nevada, New Jersey, and Delaware. Presently, WSOP.com, BetMGM, and Party Poker operate in the Wolverine State, and at this time, all three also operate in New Jersey. According to officials, interstate play in Michigan will start only after rules and procedures are put in place to protect the online players. The American Gaming Association released a list of the top 10 highest-grossing commercial gaming markets of 2021. Topping the list were the Vegas Strip, Atlantic City, Chicagoland, followed by the Baltimore, D.C. area, the Gulf Coast, New York, Philadelphia, Detroit, St. Louis, and the Boulder Strip. All U.S. jurisdictions with commercial casino and sports betting operations reported an increase in revenue from 2020. And finally, for their grand opening, Bally's in Atlantic City had 3 ribbon-cutting ceremonies. First, they cut the ribbon for the Carousel Bar, New Jersey's only 360-degree rotating bar. Next, they cut the ribbon for their bar and beer garden area called The Yard. And finally, they officially opened Bally's Legends VIP Beach Bar just off the boardwalk. It's going to be a great summer at the Jersey Shore. Have any news or tips regarding casinos, gaming, or legislation? Send us an email at newsroom@houseofcardsradio.com and follow us on Twitter at HOC Radio.
You're listening to the House of Cards.
Whoa! I think we got a show.
Oh, yeah, we got a show.
We definitely got a show.
Oh, yeah, there's a show. Hey, it's all about ratings, baby, and we got them.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishottle with you. House of Cards is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to Drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with Drizzly.com. For those of you just joining us, I am talking with Michael Monty, General Manager of Bally's Atlantic City Casino Resort. Now, I know a lot of people go to casinos just for the food, and I know Bally's has some of the best restaurants, not only in Atlantic City, but I think on the East Coast. In terms of food, what can people choose from when they go to your casino?
So, we have created what we call dining on the sixth. So if you're familiar with Bally's, there's a very large escalator coming up off the gaming floor, and it takes you to the sixth floor. There's also an elevator that gets you there. And on the sixth floor itself, we have a couple different restaurants. So we have Guy Fieri's Chop House, which has been a staple at this property for years. Yeah. We think it's great. It's it's kind of a more approachable take on the steakhouse that you see at some other casinos. The food is delicious, top notch. And so also on the sixth floor we have Water Dog, which is it's an interesting concept. We have everything from poke bowls to great breakfast to lobster rolls. It's kind of a beach meets Jewish deli take.
Yeah.
And that's they have great breakfast and 3 meal a day type restaurant. And then also on the sixth floor, Jerry Longo's Meatballs and Martinis, which is a concept that we've had success with in our portfolio properties in both Rhode Island and Dover. That's an Italian restaurant. It's proven to be really properly recepted by the customers. And then we have DJs in Longo's at night on the weekends, and it turns into a little South Philly type dance club. So those are restaurants on the sixth floor. In addition, we have Sacco's Subs, which is a local favorite. We have Carluccio's Pizza, which is another local favorite for your kind of grab and go type foods. The Yard has food, as I mentioned.
Yep.
So we think we have a lot of different food offerings for whatever the customer needs are.
Now, one of the biggest news stories for the gambling industry over the last couple of years is the rise of sports betting. And in terms of sports books, I think Bally's has a great sports book run by one of the biggest names in sports betting, and that's FanDuel. Tell us something about the sports book at Bally's.
Yeah, so we have a strong partnership with FanDuel. That was an initiative that we secured as soon as we had the rights to do so. We were excited about partnering with them. So the FanDuel Sportsbook is right off our gaming floor, adjacent to Red Bull 88, which is an Asian restaurant that we have that I forgot to mention. So right off the gaming floor on the boardwalk side, you come right in. It used to be where I think it was called the Blue Martini.
Yeah.
A comedy club type venue. So that's the space it used to be, and you can eat there as well. You can get drinks there as well. And we on game days you can rent out the big chairs, sit in the luxury recliners up front. You could get a table in the back, a taller table in the back with some friends, or you just gamble in the kiosks and make your bets.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I had a burger at FanDuel once and it was really good. So they're a good food option as well. Yeah,
often overlooked, but that's what I say too. Surprisingly good food there, because it's obviously you lead with the sports book, but you have the lounge as well, so
sure.
you could get some there. That's what I say to people: try the pretzels. It'll surprise you.
Well, I got to ask you, how crucial has sports betting become to the casino industry? I mean, could a casino open up nowadays and not have a sports book and still expect to be successful? I mean, is it now crucial for a casino that opens up to have some kind of sports betting entity in it?
Yes. So from the legal and regulatory obligations aside, from an amenity perspective, we look at it as something else to offer our customer. You talked about restaurants and hotel rooms and great places to eat and drink. Well, we feel the same about a sports book. It's to remain competitive. It's another thing that we need to offer the customer an opportunity to enjoy. So to your point, I think you hit the nail on the head.
One of the great things about this job is that I get to speak to people who are guiding and shaping the future of the gaming industry. I mean, we've had casino heads come in here and tell me, the future of casinos are cashless gaming floors or esports or cryptocurrencies in the future. What do you think? Where do you think the casino and gaming industry is going, and what kind of innovations can people expect, not only in New Jersey, but for the rest of the country?
So fundamentally, I think the technology continues to evolve. The gaming technology continues to change. The types of games customers want from a slot product changes. But the fundamental concept has generally remained unchanged. Mm-hmm. I haven't been in the industry for decades, but I hear I work with a lot of folks who have, and the way they describe Atlantic City of its heyday is a place where there's energy, a place where there was entertainment. It was there was lines to get to the tables. So that type of environment may never be as grand due to the expansion of regional casinos throughout the country. But I say fundamentally a place where people can come to be entertained, to enjoy themselves, to have a social interaction, which can't be replicated necessarily with an app. It can be augmented with some technology where there's cashless or there's easy check-in and all those things. But fundamentally, the casino is a social place where people seek a thrill, seek entertainment, seek relaxation, and that's consistent. And I think that's the past. In many ways, I think it's the future. But we'll continue to stay in tune with the market and from a technology and a forward-looking perspective. But the core gaming concept remains the same.
Now, I know a lot of people are going to be traveling a lot more in the next couple of months. What can customers at Bally's expect from the property this coming summer? Are there any special promotions or events that you want to tell people about that are happening on the property?
So, we always have an aggressive marketing calendar. So I would first say if you're not a customer, come sign up. We have some tier matching. New customers are inactive customers. So come check out what that offer is. And you might be surprised about what our basic calendar will offer you. But specifically this summer, we have entertainment. So at the beach bar, 7 days a week, we have entertainment. We'll have really great bands, and our calendar's up on the website on the weekends from Thursday to Sunday. Once that outdoor part opens up, once that wall comes down, more entertainment, more excitement there. And then, the carousel bar, we don't even need to have a DJ, although we do, to be entertaining there.
Okay.
Just hop on the carousel bar and take a spin. But on the weekends we have DJs there. So we say at Bally's we're born to entertain, and so we took that to heart in our programming of entertainment this summer. But our True Blue marketing calendar is very aggressive. I would urge your customers, if they're in the area, to swing by, sign up for a card, see what their offer is, start playing, and then we have aggressive and exciting marketing offers.
Michael, we're running out of time, but can you give out a website or a social media address that people can go to and check out what's going on at Bally's, and also where they can make reservations to stay there?
Yeah, Bally'sAC.com, www.Bally'sAC.com. They could go to the Bally's website, just Bally's.com, and then find our property. Or if they're traveling regionally, and we have a portfolio of properties throughout the country. So check out Bally's.com and see where the other properties are. They can book hotels. We're with all the major booking engines. Mm-hmm. So, but you can also just go to that website, Bally'sAC.com, and click book a room, and we again, they could go on the Expedias of the world and book as well. But definitely check us out and stop by. You can always ask questions. We have very friendly staff, so we'll point you in the right direction.
Michael Monty, General Manager of Bally's in Atlantic City, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us about the property. Growing up in New Jersey, I know how great Bally's has been, and it's incredible to see how much better it is now. Please come back and keep us updated about Bally's, because we love the property and we love hearing about all the great things happening to it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Bally's is back.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more House of Cards.
People gotta win sometime.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a giant, colorful check to deposit.
Beat the House is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Slots, table games, live dealer games, everything you love about Atlantic City and Vegas, all online at BetMGM. Don't wait. Join in the fun now. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Grab a lion's share of the fun at BetMGM.com. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And welcome to this week's edition of the Turnpike Sports Beating the House segment, where we're going to crisscross the country, going from property to property, from state to state, talking about the different jackpots won by casino patrons, lottery customers, basically any type of jackpot, any kind of really interesting way to win a jackpot we're going to be talking about.
Okay.
As always, send in those press releases, and we'll keep doing this segment because we like learning about some of these new games, and actually even some of the older games we are not familiar with, too.
Yeah, no, I actually write down the name of the slot machines that I haven't heard of. So, no, I was in a casino last weekend, and I saw some of the machines you were talking about, and I remembered them from this section. So, yeah, no, it's a learning experience for me.
It's educational.
It is.
There you go. So. And I just mentioned getting a press release. I'm going to start off with a press release I just received from Live Casino Philly. Thank you very much, Lauren, from the property, for sending this over to me. On Tuesday of last week, one Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia patron won a whopping $1.2 million bet. Or I shouldn't say bet, on $1.2 million in a single night of betting.
Wow.
Four different parlays.
Okay, 4 different parlays.
4 different parlays. I got them up on the screen on TV if you're watching us there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Instead of just hearing the audio. But he did 4 different parlays, all different values. $5,000 parlay, an $8,000 parlay, a $10,000 parlay, and a $15,000 parlay.
Wow.
And they all cashed. It was a combination of NHL and MLB.
And that's the FanDuel Sportsbook in Live Philly, right?
Exactly.
Wow. I had a burger there. So I didn't win $1.2 million, but I had a burger there. It was
good burger.
Really good.
Well, that's the
I hit the jackpot with the burger.
It's the Sport and Social.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very beautiful property in that.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
And they did a nice job there. But again,
for people who don't know, they're in the Stadium District in Philadelphia. I
Yes.
mean, they almost share a parking lot with all the stadiums in Philadelphia. So it's the greatest location. If you're a Philly sports fan, Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia has the greatest location ever.
And whether you're at an Eagles game, Phillies game, whatever, get on over to Live Casino if you get a chance.
Hey, guy just won $1.2 million. Wow.
I have to admit, I took a look at the betting slips, and he did some targeted betting too.
Well, good. Hey,
that goes back to a point you were making some of the other.
Yeah,
shows.
We're saying he. Is it a he?
It's a he.
It's a he. Okay.
But again, it's bettors are getting smarter.
The information is out there. You know,
Yes.
he used the information. He. Good for him. I mean, he did well, very, very well.
The first $5,000 parlay cashed for $351,000. The $8,000, which was a smaller odds parlay, $197,000.
Okay.
Not going to walk away from that one either. But $10,000 bet won $439,000, and the $15,000 bet won $230,000.
Good.
The
Congratulations.
$5,000 bet was the longest odds.
Yeah, and I can see the numbers there. Wow, interesting. Very good. Congratulations, though. That's awesome.
I have to admit, I am very impressed with a guy who can rattle off 4 parlays. Like
yeah, it was great. Good for him.
So, congratulations to
earned every penny.
Yes, to the guest as well as Live Casino for having a great sportsbook there.
Yep.
Going down to Florida, we got 2 in Florida.
All right.
And it was kind of interesting to read this because they were kind of mixed in together, these different stories. The Seminole Casino Coconut Creek.
All right.
In Coconut Creek, Florida.
Okay.
So
I have no earthly idea where that is.
Well, it's in Florida.
I got the Florida part.
The guest hit a jackpot of over $1 million on a $25 bet playing the Aristocrat Dragon Link Panda Magic game.
Dragon
That's
Link.
a mouthful to say.
It's like those words don't even go together.
Well,
Dragon
again,
Link Panda Magic slot machine?
I had to
Really?
look this up because the Dragon
What
Link...
the hell does that look like? Yeah, a panda with a dragon on it?
Well, no. The Dragon Link is
Okay.
like the class of games that they
Okay,
have.
all
And
right.
then they have different alternative games underneath the Dragon Link banner.
Okay.
This one focused on Panda Magic.
Okay.
That was the
Dragon
name of this
Link
one.
Panda Magic.
If you've ever taken a look at some of the Dragon Link games, they all have different themes.
So,
but
it's like
again,
I know those words, I just don't know them all together.
Yes,
you know?
I know. They
Dragon
make,
Link Panda Magic.
They make more sense separately sometimes.
All right.
But if you take a look at the slot machine, you'll see.
Like I
exactly what I'm
said,
talking
this
about.
segment's educational. I don't know. I'm writing down Dragon Link Panda Magic.
It was a $25 bet on a progressive.
And by the way, if anyone saw my notes after this segment, I see Dragon Link, they'll think I'm nuts. Dragon Link Panda Magic.
The total jackpot was $1.168 million.
Okay.
Staying in Florida, we're going to the other seminal property, Hard Rock Hotel Casino Tampa. A local Clearwater, Florida resident visited the Tampa property and won $1.3 million playing the Aristocrat Gaming Dragon Link machine.
Okay.
Dragon Link seems to be one of the most loose slots I've ever seen.
Really?
They're constantly paying out.
All right. I'm writing it down. So,
according to the casino, this is the third progressive jackpot over $1 million on that type of game
wow.
at the property.
Okay, I'm definitely writing it down.
The seventh $1 million jackpot to hit on the Dragon Link slot machine at a seminal property in the past 6 months. We just talked about the other one.
Yeah.
So they've had
I got to tell you, I always like it when a local person wins a jackpot. You know,
Yes.
they're being rewarded for being a loyal customer, and I think that's always great.
Well, here was an interesting stat that was thrown out in this press release.
All right.
There have been over 285,000 jackpots awarded this year, equating to a jackpot per minute.
Wow. Okay.
And they're not talking like the mega
you mean
jackpots,
on
any
all their
jackpot.
properties?
On
or?
all their properties.
Wow. Okay.
A jackpot per minute, whether
Wow.
it's a $5,000 jackpot, a $1,200, a $20,000, a $1.3 million jackpot, it comes out to a jackpot paid per minute at these properties, which is very impressive. Very impressive rate.
Good.
Going out to California next, the Chukchansi Gold Casino. $275,000 jackpot on the 50 Lions machine on a $2 bet.
All right.
50 Lions is another Aristocrat game.
Wow, big week for Aristocrat,
Yes.
huh?
This is part of the
good for them.
Aristocrat Classic Cash Express luxury line.
By the way, I've never heard of 50 Lines. Is that one of those machines where you know it if you saw it kind of thing?
Yes, exactly, because it's always clustered with a lot of the other games
All
of the
right.
series.
Okay.
They have one with, let's see, Lions, 50 Lions.
Okay, I guess 50 Lions.
Bison. And also, I believe there's another one with some other kind of creature with it. Some other
creature?
I don't know how to phrase it, but yes, but it's all like
we got lots of creatures. We got a Dragon Link Panda Magic, then we got 50 Lines, and then we got more creatures.
I'm sure we're going to have other ones here.
More
too.
creatures.
So,
okay.
We're going to leave the West Coast. We're going to the East Coast for a little bit.
All right.
We have the Encore Boston Harbor. We've been reporting a few of these lately.
I got to tell you, they've been paying out.
I think the last couple we talked about were crazy for poker. Table game wins.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
this one
ago.
is a ultra hot Mega Link slot machine win.
All right,
$110,000 was won by one lucky guest at the property. As a matter of fact, I actually like Encore Boston, the way their slot machine floor is set up.
Yeah, it's very good.
The gaming floor is really nice. There's a lot of.
I put
room
a
to
video
walk around
of it up in LinkedIn a couple of weeks ago. So it's
they did a nice job in that
nicely
property.
set up,
and they're still setting records now with revenue. So congratulations to Encore there as well. Four Queens Hotel and Casino in Vegas. We're going back over to the West Coast. Lucky Local won $74,000 on the Walking Dead slot machine.
Oh.
Another Aristocrat game, by the way.
Wow. Boy, what a week for Aristocrat.
This might as well just be the Aristocrat beating the house segment.
The Aristocrat report.
But I remember we had...
I have not played that machine. I've seen that machine. I have not played
We
it.
actually had Aristocrat on our other show, House of Cards, talking about the Walking Dead machine when they first made the deal.
Oh, okay.
And
it was a couple years ago.
It was years ago.
Years ago.
They actually have another version of it as well.
Have they been updating it?
Well, they released another version.
Oh, okay.
So
I guess they're updating
new footage, all that stuff, and I think they're looking at doing some stuff with some of the spin-off series too.
Okay,
but you never know; those may happen, they may not. Going to the middle of the country, we have an Iowa jackpot. The Diamond Joe Casino in Worth County, Iowa.
Diamond Joe. I like that name.
This is back on Friday the 13th.
Oh, pretty lucky.
Yes. A Minnesota man from Owatonna, Minnesota, won a $62,000 progressive jackpot playing the Galaxy Gaming 21 plus 3 table game.
Okay.
That's a brand new table game I've never heard of.
Is it like a blackjack kind of thing? I'm seeing 21 plus 3.
Here, I'll read the instructions that came with the press release.
All right.
The casino says the player wins their 21 plus 3 wager if their 2 cards plus the dealer's up card form a 3-card poker hand of a straight or better.
Okay, interesting.
The player was dealt 2 king of diamonds. The dealer revealed their up card of a king of diamonds. And that's what triggered the progressive jackpot of $62,420.
So that's called Galaxy Gaming 21 plus 3. I want to check that out if there's anything on online, because that sounds like an interesting game to play.
I think the plus 3 is the 3 cards.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what if you say 24.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with that.
But,
I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
And the casino said this followed another recent jackpot. I think we had this on the show before. A man from Osage County scored more than $53,000 on another jackpot. Didn't say what the game was that he won it on, but this follows another jackpot.
Oh.
Going over to M Resort Casino. This is California, I believe. M Resort Spa Casino. Slot tournament. We've never had a slot tournament winner.
I don't even know how you do a slot tournament. I mean, you just go there, sit down, and press the button?
Well, that's basically it.
Yeah,
you sit there and you try and rack up as much as you can.
Okay.
Wins. It was $1 million jackpot for the winner. I'm sorry, M Resort Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas. Okay.
She was visiting Vegas from St. Louis. Ended up with the highest cumulative score. So it's points.
Okay. All right.
More so than money.
I
have to watch them.
I see them a lot in Atlantic City. I don't know how they work. I guess is it timed? And
yes, it's timed, and also you play against 280 other players. In this one.
And you just sit there and
you play.
Press a button, and you get rack up points.
I don't know why they just don't have that auto thing. You just type in the number of spins you want in one shot. But again, congratulations. She played against 280 other players and won the $1 million prize at the M Resort.
Wow. $1 million, really? For a slot tournament, really?
Well, you also had to win in your other casinos to qualify.
Okay.
There were other slot tournaments.
Okay, like it's a...
brackets.
It's like, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, okay.
So, and that was Penn National Gaming. Last story for the week, we have the Virginia Lottery. We always seem to have a Virginia Lottery winner.
Yeah,
almost, just about every week. We're going to be talking about Lucinda Britt. She had... back in 2016, split a $1 million Virginia Lottery prize with a friend.
Okay.
On May 3rd.
Of this year?
Okay. She matched the 4-digit combination in the Virginia Lottery's Pick 4 nightly drawing.
All right.
But she didn't just do it once. This is another case of buying multiple tickets with the same numbers. She bought 41 tickets with the exact same numbers on it.
Interesting.
And each one won the top prize.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So,
we had a story like this before.
Yeah, no, it's I guess that's a technique a lot of people use. Get a whole bunch of tickets with the same numbers.
She bought 41 tickets. 36 of them had the top prize of $5,000. On the other 5 tickets, she had a 50-50 going. It's another little side bet kind of thing.
Okay.
And she won $2,600 on those tickets.
All right.
Total number of prize was... I believe it added up to, I don't even have it in my notes. Stupid me.
Okay.
And I apologize for that one, but Virginia Lottery website has, and I do apologize. But again, she bought all these tickets at 2 different places. It wasn't one stop.
Okay.
So,
like I said, that must be a technique that a lot of we're getting stories like that. They're buying multiple tickets with the same numbers.
I think you got to look at what the game is.
I guess
every game has different rules, especially also different state lotteries have different rules. But again, apologize for not putting the number in my notes. Stupid me. And but that's it for this week on the Beating the House segment. Again, keep those press releases coming in.
Well, that'll do it for us this week. I'll see you next time on House of Cards.